Hello and welcome to the War Report. I am your host Cyrus, joined by Quan. This is a show where we talk about NXT and AEW. Quan, how you feeling?
You know what? I'm all right, man. I'm doing all right. I've been skipping the gym. My back's been a little tight, but I've been doing cardio. So it's been like 55, 50 degrees the last couple of days, which it probably isn't like ideal in the long run, but right now it's nice. So I'm trying to take advantage of it. But besides that, yeah, man, just maintain. How was your Valentine's Day? Did you take out any artsy women?
Uh, no, but I'm doing something tomorrow with somebody, so we'll see how that goes. Is it not of the artsy variety? So we got to spend a little more. I'm playing.
100? How much? 100, $200 date?
Oh, yeah, hell no, boy.
Shit.
No, ain't worth all that, nah. Hold on.
Low key,
You got to work towards that.
low key. I'd rather talk about $200 dates than Dynamite this week. I got to be honest with you. I'd rather be a Manosphere podcast at this point. Like
A manosphere.
what's wrong?
Men eat steak, women eat salad, bro. Okay, I'll indulge you a little bit before we go into before we get into in the trenches. But this $200 date conversation, I have no idea where it spawned. It just seems to be one of those weird, Twitter, whatever hypotheticals that just come out of nowhere. So I don't know the trace of origin. I can't go on knowyourmeme.com and then figure it out.
As a Twitter historian, if I'm not mistaken, I believe a young lady back in the day tweeted something about like a minimum for a date should be $200, and it caused like a 4-day discussion, which is like a year on Twitter, and
4 days, and now it became one of those just those tweets that every bot just puts together. You remember the episode of South Park where they had the manatees just pick out balls, and that was like the next thing that Hollywood was gonna do?
I gotta be honest with you, I haven't seen a lot of South Park.
Oh, you never seen that segment? Well, I think that's how Twitter operates, but like they always put the ball back into the
we gotta repeat.
Yeah,
you gotta repeat the I mean, there's certain ones. You know what's so interesting? If like Twitter ever were to die and you had to explain like stuff from Twitter to people like after the fact, it's gonna be so hard to explain. Like, 26K a year is actually a stack a month. Like, what does that mean? And how do you explain it to somebody? Or like dinner with Jay-Z.
Oh yeah. I actually try to avoid all Twitter conversations with people, or like
Real life Twitter conversation.
Yeah, because it's just dumb. It's just stupid. Like but like
that doesn't make sense.
I feel like a $200 thing has to be like an all day sort of situation.
Yeah, you gotta be like out of town. Yeah. I mean, it's not impossible to spend $200 on a date. Like if you go somewhere,
like going out of town, like is that sufficient enough? Is that like we go to a cabin for like a weekend? Like that's more than $200.
That's more than 200.
We cool?
But even that, you can go like if you go downtown, nice little restaurant, could ring up if it's just two of you, get appetizers and dessert, possibly some drinks. That's low key like 160 right there. I don't know if you had to get an Uber or something. That's 40. The prices are these days. This shit 200 now. Yo, it's really like. This is why I don't be outside.
You know what? In this recession, $200 date might be too easy. But
everything costs too much. Shit, gas $5 a gallon.
I just find that shit to be ridiculous. But it is what it is. Not much is really going on in life. So let's get into these trenches, man. We got an injury report. Man down. Mm-hmm. Jaden McDonough, he is out for 2 weeks with a detached retina.
He did he get physical on Tuesday? I don't remember. Did he get physical? I know he came out. I don't remember if he got physical. Did he?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, that dude came out there with the fucking like really big band-aid on, or like just like a paper towel taped to his face. I was like, motherfucker, if you don't get a cool eye patch or some shit.
You just got it. That's fresh. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. I mean, like we've seen wrestlers pop an eye out before. It ain't nothing. That's light. I
Yeah,
saw Vader. I saw Vader lose his eye and put it back in. That's what. Could you imagine?
that boy goat. That boy said,
No,
"Ow!"
if my eye comes out in the middle of a match, we're done. I'm not going anymore. You won. You got it, dog. No, ain't no way.
That's why you'll never survive this business, man.
I
That's
could.
why.
I could never do it. Yeah.
So
So
sorry.
hopefully, JD, he feels better. It looks like he could have a program with Dragunov, which will easily really get some bangers out of that.
Yeah, it seems like it's very much on hold right now. So Ilya will be wrestling Trick Williams.
Yeah, well, in the meantime, what Stand to Deliver is what, like
2 months?
4 weeks away?
No,
Not even. Whoa, no, 2 months. I'm sorry, April. I'm thinking Revolution. Yeah, it's gonna be like what? Yeah, we got plenty of time before we get to that. That might be low key. That might be the roadblock match, whenever that is.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So that's good. I feel like it's gonna work out for him. Amari Miller tore her ACL, so she has to get ACL surgery. So we won't be seeing them anytime soon.
I need to know the science and why women get ACL injuries so much compared to men. Have you noticed that? Dog, there's been like 7 girls on NXT that had ACL tear. That's where like in the last year, or like some kind of CL.
Yeah. Zoe Stark fucked up her thing, fucked up her leg. Nia Jax tore both them shits. Nikita, Amari Miller.
Wasn't EO one of them too?
No, I think it might have been
kind of like injury.
Yeah, I think it might have been like ankle or some shit. Because
okay.
Whenever I saw them on crutches, they didn't have like a knee brace or anything. Like my mind, like I close my eyes and I'm picturing like a boot. So
yeah. Ariana Grace, another one.
Yeah. I would shit. I honestly, when you said why do women get it more than men, I was just like, you're gonna have to pull up a stat player.
I swear, I don't. But I swear it happens more often. At least in wrestling. I don't know about any other sports, but yeah. Also, I didn't put on the docket. Speaking of women wrestlers, the Bunny also had a concussion allegedly last week in her match.
What is it? The article that came out, it was just like she either has a concussion or like a fractured orbital bone, and I was just like, what kind of doctors are you fucking going to that you can't tell?
I mean, I imagine if you have a fractured orbital bone, you probably got a concussion.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not
shit. But like, what doctor they went to was just like, yeah, man, I don't know. It's either this or that, and it was just like, motherfucker, what?
Well, this is coming from Meltzer, right? Maybe he just didn't have the full story yet.
Whatever.
Hopefully she feels better. What would you rather have, a concussion or a broken orbital bone?
Orbital bone.
Yeah. You ever had a concussion before?
No.
Me either. That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
I already get dizzy as is, just in general. I can imagine. Ugh.
Yeah, you had a concussion. No, I just feel like a concussion is more permanent. All the orbital bone is just like, fuck, like my face, nose hurts, or like around my eye area.
But that could also permanently disfigure your head.
Yeah, but I'd rather, have that than have my brain all fucked up.
Man, one little concussion ain't gonna do nothing.
Shit, tell that to an NFL player, man.
They don't have one little. They got a concussion every week. Don't talk to me about NFL players having concussions. Y'all, you know who my quarterback is.
Yeah, tell that Tua nigga be like, one little concussion ain't gonna hurt nobody. That boy fucking can't see shit.
You saw my QB out here. I thought he died. I ain't gonna hold you. I watched that Thursday night game. I thought he was dead.
What a dumb sport to get into. Next topic, we got Jade Cargill saying what the streets have been saying for a really long time, that she wants to get mixed up with the big girls, the main eventers. She wants to merge worlds. She doesn't want to be in her own universe anymore.
I agree.
Yeah, we've been saying it forever. Like, how long is she gonna be wrestling fucking what is it? Red Velvet, Kiera Hogan, Willow, and some other losers that she's been like fucking with.
Yeah. I did an interview with comicbook.com. In a quote, she said, I wouldn't say so soon because right now I'm just focused on getting reps and getting better as in regards to the match with the big girls. However, I believe it's time for me to start having storylines with Britt Baker or Jamie Hayter or Saraya or Tony Storm and working those storylines. I know I can do it. I have the charisma to do it. If you stand me next to any of those ladies, the work, the look, the aura of who I am speaks for itself. She ain't wrong at this point.
Yeah.
Look, we done 50. We done 50. We reached the milestone. What else can we really do at this point? Just put her with the big girls.
All she could do is try to get better. Like,
yeah, you get better with better opponents. So.
Seems like an impossible task. Is Britt Baker a better opponent for her?
I don't think Britt Baker is terrible.
Oh, okay, if you say so.
Would you rather work Layla Gray or fucking
yeah, I'll wear Layla Gray.
I would also work Layla Gray. Not Layla Gray.
What is it? She already faced Ruby Soho before, who was like, up there with the Brits and the Tony Storms right now, and that match was stinky. I think I would honestly say I do think that Tony Storm would be a really good opponent for her, but nah, maybe can she at least go to like a C tier or like a D tier person? Like, let's bring back.
Oh, all right. Willow Nightingale is an F tier wrestler. Sheesh, man.
Oh, absolutely is. Like, why can't she tangle up with like Serena Deeb or like a Thunder Rosa?
Didn't she work
or
with
Rashida? I don't recall, honestly.
Yeah. Who's Rashida?
Yeah, you just sign up Sheeta for it, I guess. Like,
Hikaru Shida. I think you said Rashida. I'm about to say, who is Rashida?
No. Yeah, just like other people that they kind of just have that are experienced,
This time.
Yeah, like
she also spoke about how she worked with Brian every day. I mean, every week, they're at the show. So it's like she has 2 matches a week, I guess.
Brian is the greatest, but he can't teach them all, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Like, she's calling for it. Like, something has to give. So maybe after this
anything,
literally
this women's division at this point, something to shake it up. Anything, please.
Yeah. But we're stuck with this shit until like May or some shit, because they're gonna do this originals versus the freelancers at Blood and Guts.
Where is Athena? Where is Yuka Sakazaki? These girls are sitting on Dark. Let's do something with these girls, man.
Yeah. What is that the other woman? Rio.
Rio.
Zami. I forget the last name. I just know it's an M. Rio. The one that won the
I don't think she's gonna be her. I think that was just for the tournament.
No, she I saw her in Miami. She was on like an episode. She was on Dark in like a 6-woman tag.
I don't think she'd be in the States a lot.
No, well, bring her back. So, because I do think they're good. Just tangle them up with Jade. Like, she needs to get better, yeah. Like, I get the, I want to be like with the main eventers, or like not even the main eventers, but like the top of the women's division. But I was just like, you kind of just not ready for real. And it's just like, we've been in this trial learning process for a really long time, and I feel like she's like super stagnant. So, not ready just yet. Let's get just a step up, just one step, not all the way to the top. Next, speaking of somebody, I don't really gotta segue, but damn, they went down a couple levels.
They are rock bottom.
Thunder Rosa is now on the Spanish commentary team. And I'm just like, I remember she said that, I'm good to go. I'm just waiting to be used. And now they're on the Spanish
I don't think she's good to go, bro. There's no way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's wrong. I mean, I know it's a back injury, so that's what took Shawn Michaels out, took a lot of people out. you know, so I want to be a little sensitive about it. But man, what a fall from grace she had.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness.
A flat back bump from the top to the bottom, bro. Yeah, nah, I just thought it was real funny that, like, you know, during that period of time where, like, Tony Storm was kind of like talking cash shit a little bit, just about like, yeah, I don't really fuck with the interim thing. Like, Thunder Rosa needs to hurry up and come back. And, like, you know, when they had like their little Twitter spats or whatever. And I was just like, you know, normally AEW doesn't do that if the person's not ready, but it seems like they're starting to do that a lot when a motherfucker's not ready. And then it was just like, yeah, nah. Get on this.
Are you implying Adam Cole? I think Adam Cole is ready.
I
think they're just building it. He will have a match at He could have a match at Revolution for sure.
Shit, I hope so.
He will.
I don't know. I just think like that shit is ass backwards to be like, yeah, I'm back, ready to go, and then they're running all these vignettes that are like shit that would lead to a comeback. Like they just, you know, like I said, they just do that shit ass backwards.
They want that surprise pop.
Thunder Rosa is on the Spanish commentary team. I don't even know how do I even listen to that?
I don't know. I think there's mad niggas on the team, dude. It's like, I know Angelico is on there, and like,
really, that's where he's been. Shit.
Well, I mean, he works dark too. Him, Luther, and my man Serpentico. They're like a trios team now.
I feel so bad for him. That is a shitty group of people to be with, bro.
Serpentico low key kind of over. I fuck with Serpentico.
Cool, shit, over to the 15 people that get there early.
Nah, he cool. I fuck with Serpentico.
Oh, whatever. Nah, like, I don't like. How do you even listen to this commentary team? Like, how do you get AEW in Spanish? How do you get Dynamite in Spanish?
I'm not sure. I'm sure I think it's probably on. I think they have their own Spanish. I mean, their own channel. We sound really ignorant about this, but I don't even know. I'm assuming they have their own channel, or like,
but like that. You know, for WWE, like, I like, what is it? You know, when I guess like, because I remember I could watch Dragon Ball Z in Spanish if I went on Telemundo.
Yeah, I mean, they probably. I would imagine AEW probably on a like Spanish-speaking channel in Mexico or something.
What like? I'm very curious. What like? I'm not saying it like to be shitty. I'm genuinely curious. Like, what does that like look like? And then excuse me. You know that WWE, like, they do have, you know, since they have a streaming service, you can watch the pay-per-views, and, you know, you just have to change the settings or whatever. Like, how does that work for an AEW pay-per-view?
Probably this. I think I'm pretty sure a fight has like different options for commentary.
You think so?
Oh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I'm genuinely curious. I'm not trying to like shit on them for having a commentary.
I'm assuming that like I don't think there's a TNT in Mexico, so they probably whatever channel it is, and they just do the Spanish commentary on that.
I'm gonna Google it in a few once I find an appropriate time.
But anyway,
when you start talking a lot.
The more funny part about the Thunder Rosa coming back is that they had a little conference, a little meeting, and I guess she had to present to the whole group and apologize for prior situations that happened, including the sandbagging incident, her talking shit, her working stiff. Let me see if I can see you. Yeah, she pretty much apologized like every woman in the locker room about being terrible.
So wait,
she had to kiss the ring. Pretty much.
I think it's really because like when you apologize, you know, you acknowledge that you did something wrong. So yeah. So she admits that she was sandbagging folks.
Yeah, she kind of had to. even if she didn't sandbag at this point, it sounds like the whole locker room was against her. They had to call a whole meeting. Tell everybody.
I just feel like, you know, you say you didn't sandbag nobody, but the whole locker room is just like, nah, yeah, you did, dog. You did, big dog.
Yeah. So it don't really matter. She got to apologize regardless. It don't matter. She got to go in there, kiss the ring, kiss Britt Baker. Lucky Jamie and beat her up like she was supposed to. You know, but I hope that story is true. I'm just gonna assume that story is true, that she hid in the bathroom from Jamie Hayter, because that's really funny.
Hey man, they haven't crossed paths since. So,
I think that was our last night. I don't think she showed
yeah.
up after that.
So 2 years ago, I'm on the I'm on the Squared Circle Reddit page, and 2 years ago, user Real Kenny said, "Is AEW in Spanish for anybody? It seems like the Spanish feed. I'm getting the Spanish feed, and I can't cut it off." And somebody said, "No, that's just Excalibur screaming tope suicida every match."
That's funny.
I'm trying to find what channel it's on, but I can only get this article that talks about AEW like developing a commentary team for Spanish speakers, or like a Spanish speaking commentary team. The article says AEW no habla español. So
okay, well, definitely. Well, I'm looking at Fight TV. You can definitely watch the shows in either Dutch, French, and Spanish.
Okay, that's good.
And I know you can watch on New Japan World, I believe, with the Spanish, with the Japanese commentary.
Of course, but I in that Google search as well, I saw that you can watch episodes of Dark in Spanish. So
Nice.
For all my Spanish speakers or people that understand Spanish, if you just want to check it out and see how probably better that commentary team is, because
I doubt it.
The US one is terrible, or the English one is terrible.
I used to be fluent in Spanish, no lie.
How the fuck do you become unfluent, bro?
You don't fucking use it? What do you mean? If I stop speaking a language, I'm not gonna remember it. But when I was in a senior in high school, I was in Spanish 5 AP. You know what I mean? Taking that class. Like, you couldn't speak English in that class. You had to speak Spanish. So I could have like real conversations. I can't no more. I can understand it.
You gotta take a trip. You gotta take a trip to Miami. Yeah.
You feel me?
Get back on your shit.
Let me get my Duolingo.
All right. Next topic. That went on way longer than I thought it would. But Tony Khan speaks about the war with WWE on that Dan Le Batard show. If you follow me on Twitter, at Cyrus on TWR, I think the quotes that like came out of that interview smells like paranoia.
A little bit.
And he sounds like a fucking mark.
A little bit. Did you listen to the actual
I didn't listen to it in full. I would, because I don't know. I didn't feel like obviously you need some context to the quote. Yeah. I understand that. But I feel like the context is just gonna be fucking rambling and shit. Because none of the quotes make any real sense.
I didn't get to listen. Which kind of I always suck when we have these kind of interviews and I just don't get a chance to listen to these interviews, because I rather hear it than like read these quotes out of context. But one of the quotes I picked out, he said, this is the one that sounded very paranoid to me. He said, "I know they're WWE out there to get me. I know they're out there to hurt AEW's relationship with our business partners, and if that's the case, allegedly, and it made me want to work that much harder to make AEW stronger." Now, there has been rumors that at one time, Triple H tried to get AEW like blackballed from like New York City or some shit like that. I don't remember the whole story, but I do remember that happened like a couple years ago. So I mean, I don't think he's fully wrong. And like, there's definitely some war tactics, going on. But this is my thing.
He wanted to be competition, and they treated him like it, and then he screams, "Owie!"
Yeah, that's my thing. Where I'm just like, yo, this is what you asked for. You wanted this. You keep asking for it. You can't then also complain after the fact when this is what you asked for. I don't know. It just seems like he wants people to like feel sympathy. Like, I don't feel bad for you because I don't know. Just something about Tony Khan, man. I don't know. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but sometimes I'm just like, yo, what is this dude on, man? He's does some other stuff. He also at one point, I don't know if this was the same interview, but did you hear when he was like, "We're beating Raw in cage match ratings, cagematch.com ratings"?
Yeah, I saw that, and I was just like, well, that's what. And that quote made me go, I hit the Raven. What a mark. I was like, are you serious? We're going based off cage match?
Are you booking for cage match? That's insane.
Literally, honestly, yeah, he is.
That's like that's just a wild thing for like the booker and like CEO of a company to say, yeah, well, I mean, like, we're not hitting 1 million viewers, but
they fucking with us on cage match.
Fucking with us on cage match. That's like, you know how nerdy you have. Like, I consider myself a wrestling nerd clearly because I fucking record every match I have in an Excel sheet. An Excel sheet. But like, you know, I don't even have a cage match account to fucking vote and like write reviews on. So that's like the nerdiest of nerds you're appealing to right there. Like, you can't get nerdier than a cage match user. You know, I don't know. Like having a cage match account is like the equivalent of like having like a Pornhub account and then commenting on porn videos. You know what I mean? No.
Nah, that's facts. that's a real fact, bro. Nah, that's real. But like, also, you know, that's how you know he a real E-Fed nigga, or you know.
I've said it 10,000 times. This dude books his show like he grew up playing Extreme Warfare Revenge. And I know that because I used to grow up playing Extreme Warfare Revenge. And the way he segments his shows are literally how you play that game. It's like on the tee. I don't know why people haven't noticed it yet, but I genuinely think he books his shows through EWR. And you can't tell me any different.
I remember.
And if y'all don't know what EWR is, it's like it was a Windows wrestling manager simulation game from like the early 2000s. It was fire.
You remember when we talked about Tony Khan changing his booking tactics?
Yeah.
And then he was just like, oh, I just work backwards now. Bitch, I could tell. Like, this is ridiculous. But
everything. You wanted to get AW now?
Mm-hmm. No. Just one thing. One final thing I would like to say. In that Dan Le Batard, quote where he talks about like WWE is trying to take AEW from me, and like he seems very like, I guess like he treats that partnership as if it's like really precious or whatever. But like, you already got Forbidden Door to happen. You already got Kenny Omega at the Tokyo Dome. You got Will Ospreay to come and do trios matches for you and stuff like that. You still have like Suzuki or like, people come through every now and then. Why is that still a concern?
I think he's talking more about like
in general.
Yeah. Or just like, sponsorships and like business. Because I would imagine like if you're in the wrestling business, then anybody you're trying to get like deals with or other businesses, they probably have some kind of relationship with WWE because they have a monopoly on wrestling pretty much, at least in America. Mm-hmm. So I think he's more like, yo, they're fucking with me to like getting my money. You're like booking venues and shit. Allegedly.
I mean, if on the I don't know if he did or not, but I didn't see any quotes about it. They came out of the Dan Le Batard thing, but it was just like, honestly, if he talked more about WWE kind of like stopping him from like booking certain venues, like if he said like I can't I think it'd be ridiculous if he even tried, but like I can't do Madison Square Garden, or I can't do Barclays because the relationship with WWE, then I'd be like, oh yeah, that sucks.
Well, I'm pretty sure he can't do Barclays. I'm pretty sure WWE has like an exclusive deal with like Barclays, like no one else can.
Probably with Madison Square too.
Oh, they definitely did with that because I remember it was like a big deal when New Japan was able to get that show on in Madison Square Garden because like that was the first wrestling company to do Madison Square Garden, I think ever that wasn't WWF. Because I'm pretty like if I'm not mistaken, like I know like Vince Senior, older Vince, he was like had like a whole relationship with the people over at Madison Square Garden like back in the day, and he giving them so much business. They were like, yeah, we fucking with you. We ain't worry about nobody else. Also, side note, I watched Cultaholics 3-hour history of WWE documentary. Pretty
Insane.
Well, I was like doing cardio while I was watching it. It took me 2 days, but
I don't know. It coming from them, I think I'm good. The only person I want to hear a 3-hour documentary on the WWE on is Drew McIntyre on Wrestling Bios. I think Drew is doing an amazing job on
is that his
channel.
name?
Yeah,
I
Drew
thought
McIntyre.
is that really his real name?
No.
Shout out to Wrestling Bios. Shout out to Reliving the War every Thursday. We're all big fans on Discord. If you ever listen to us, Mr. Wrestling Bios.
Shout out to Wrestling Bios. Honestly, that's how I'm watching. That's how I'm watching
Monday
old
Night
wrestling.
Wars?
Yeah.
Well, I know they're in like 98 now. I stopped watching. Like I've only watched 97 WCW, 98 WCW is all new to me. So this is like my first time really learning about like what's that doing? NWO Red and Black and like the Wolfpack stuff. I didn't like I knew of it, but I didn't really understand. Like I didn't know who was
Or
in
like
it
how bad it was.
Yeah, by the time they got to the split divisions, they probably should have backed that up.
I should honestly start from the beginning because I think that series is like really incredible. And what is it? I was having thoughts about like doing stuff like, extra A show content. And I was just like, like pivotal moments. Like we should probably like see what it was like. Basically, everything I was thinking was literally just the concept of fucking reliving the war. And I was just like, no, I'm just going to let him have that.
You got it.
But like, I wanted to experience it myself. But like, yeah, I'm just going to watch his videos from the beginning. Shout out to Wrestling Bios. Great channel. Let's get into AEW, man. This episode stunk.
Yeah. Look, man. I was very complimentary of AEW the first like 3 weeks of the year. I thought, hey, I like the direction they're going. But as we get into the build 3 weeks away from Revolution, I'm a little concerned. This might have been top 5 worst Dynamites I've ever seen. I'm not even exaggerating. I was very uninterested from the beginning, from the first match till the end. I did not care, and that's concerning. Even the worst of Raws, and there's been some terrible Raws. At least something I'm interested in. I'm not interested in anything that's going on in the show right now. Not one thing.
I was also talking to a friend of mine, Erica. She was on the show previously. Shout outs to them. And then they were just like, I've been an AEW ride or die, like a fan since day one. But I literally can't say that anything is interesting right now. Like the Bloodline stuff, the Cody stuff, dog, they need to step it up on that fucking show.
That's the worst part about it. Like this was literally the worst possible time to be as cold as ever when WWE is probably as hot as ever in probably the last 10 years?
Yeah. And,
15 years?
They began their ass kicks since the start of the year, for real. But
yeah, this has been like I don't think WWE been as popular since like Roxina.
With the Cody promos back to back, the joint with Sami Zayn, I was just like, dog, AEW, dog, y'all getting cooked.
Oh yeah, yo, I went to SmackDown on Friday. I thought the crowd was just all right, but like when Sammy came out, I've never heard the arena like I've been to Mohegan Sun a good amount, 10 times, 10, 12, I don't know. I've never heard that loud before. It was, first of all, it was packed. You know, like when you go to wrestling shows, usually like the hard cam section, usually like a whole section blocked off. There were people sitting like literally right next to the hard cam. Like it was that packed. I've never seen that many tickets before.
Nah, that's crazy. People sitting mad close to the camera. That's crazy.
I've never seen that at Mohegan Sun before ever. So shout out to WWE, whatever they're doing, ticket sales wise. But back to AEW. Speaking of ticket sales, I looked at them ticket sales for
You see how talking about AEW, we instantly started talking about like WWE and how well like things is going. Like because AEW is like AEW is in the shitter right now.
I just tweeted that WWE is going too good. That something gonna happen. I also think that I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what something gonna happen in the week where like something gonna stop. Like some bitch news is gonna come out.
I mean, that ain't gonna stop the show from being good.
If shit, who knows? I'm just saying. I feel like something gonna happen.
Shit.
This is my wrestling pest.
So some 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 Vince shit come out, and then everybody just goes, "Oh man, that was terrible." And then like they have an amazing show, but you're just like, "Oh, but the Vince news." Nah, that's you, bro. Like,
what if Vince was creative? What if everybody was right?
Vince says he wants creative, and then Paul puts out an all-time fucking Raw episode. Well, shit, nigga, that episode was pretty fire, bro. Like that motherfucker, I'm pretty sure he wants it. He wants it now. I don't give a shit. You see, we still talking about WWE.
Anyway, let's get back to AEW. Yeah, terrible episode.
Terrible episode, man. We start the show with Orange Cassidy, The Acclaim, and Daddy Ass defeats Team TNA.
Also, rest in peace, Jerry Jarrett. We should probably get that out there.
I'm not familiar with his game, but rest in peace.
I'm not saying that
as a sly or whatever. I'm just saying.
I just know he's a legendary wrestling promoter and booker. So
okay,
rest in peace, Jerry Jarrett.
Because like even WWE, they ran like a little graphic paying tribute, but like they didn't well, like it's not like they do it for everybody, but they run like a video package for like all the stuff that they did, but they had like nothing this time. So I was just like, oh.
Well, he wasn't really, he wasn't like super affiliated with WWE at any point. Not that I know of. He was more like Mid-South and stuff and like the Carolinas and stuff.
Okay, just an OG. I respect that. This match, I really got nothing to say. Besides, I thought that finish was so dumb. Like he just held Sanjay Dutt's legs for like 3 minutes.
That was definitely a house show match. That was a house show match on TV opening the show for I don't know. I don't know why they showed this match to open the show. Generally, they usually like have Mox or like Bryan Danielson or Jericho open the show. To have it open with like Jay Lethal and a cast of goobers. What are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
The match, it just felt like a house show match. It wasn't particularly like terrible, just like a little match that happened.
Yep, that's all. Just very regular shit.
Yeah, then the guns came out, but they didn't really do much.
Yeah, they just came to distract by just standing at the entry at the top of the entry ramp and just making faces. So and then commentary, they're debating if Tony Schiavone's a good father or not, and I was just like, yeah, this is compelling commentary, bro. Like this is insane. There's gonna be a triple threat at Revolution. There's gonna be the Gun Boys, the Acclaim, and then
it's a four-way.
Four-way?
Yeah. So the winner of the Battle Royale, and then I think they're gonna have a Battle Royale that night of the pay-per-view to determine the fourth person.
That is so stupid. Like one team is gonna be at a massive disadvantage wrestling twice in one night.
That's how it is.
Also, how is this even fair to the Acclaim? To like have two other teams interfere in their feud. Just do the rematch normal.
Yeah, I think I'd rather just have the rematch. Honestly, maybe they just don't trust the Gun Club.
So they're gonna get two other shitty tag teams to get involved.
Hey yo, speaking of that, I saw the graphic for the people like that are participating in the Battle Royale. Y'all guys stop lying about AEW having the best tag division in wrestling right now. They might have a couple years ago. I don't know about now. Like it. They need FTR. They need FTR back. They need FTR bald and FTR hair back on. Have you seen that joke? I think it's really funny.
That's how you differentiate the two.
That's what they've been calling them. They call it FTR bald and FTR hair.
I would go FTR chatty patty and then FTR silent or FTR ferb. That nigga talked way too fucking much. And what's really funny is that like every time he talk, or every time I see a headline, it's about him getting played in the WWE, and I'm just like, nigga, be a man.
I've never seen someone post so many of their own L's on their own platform. They don't need to. I don't need to know that Vince McMahon thought your match fucking sucks.
Yeah, right.
What do you want me to do with that information? Does that make you look like a loser?
When Paul Heyman was just like, you finally did something entertaining, I was just like, that's crazy, bro. Like, why are you telling us this? But yeah, that Fatal 4, like, why are you gonna put the belts on him if you don't trust them? So that's stupid. Our main event, Ruby Soho defeats Britt Baker and Toni Storm in a triple threat. Probably the worst triple threat we'll see all week. I know you said you think Britt Baker's okay, but in this match, she was looking like month 3 Von Wagner, bro. Like the gears are turning in her head.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. By the time the main event happened, I was kind of already like setting up for the podcast. I was like, I'm over this episode of Dynamite. The match, it was what it was. It seemed like the story was kind of Ruby Soho was stuck in the middle between the originals versus the new breed.
No, the originals versus the freelancers.
The freelancers, I'm sorry.
Which is a dumb name because they are they have long-term contracts with the company.
The freelancers, man. So yeah, Ruby's stuck in the middle, and we're supposed to care.
Yeah, I think that putting Ruby Soho at the middle of this is kind of insane because you don't give Ruby Soho any shine.
Hold on, before you say that.
Oh, please tell me all the dark matches that she has.
No, she's 4-0 on TV. I was very shocked when I was doing the spreadsheet. I was like, oh wow, she hasn't lost. She's won 4 matches on TV this year.
Like all last year. What is it?
Let me look at last year's wins. It might only been 4.
it might be a lot, because she'd be on dark as shit.
But I'm not counting the dark ones. I don't watch those. So let me see what she did. Soho. She was 8-7 last year, so she's already halfway up to her wins.
We only saw her like once that year on TV. So to put her at the kind of like the center of this, like why do I care if she's conflicted?
I care about any of the girls,
honestly. But like, why are you conflicted? Like Toni Storm, Saraya, they came out, pulled a fan out of the crowd, and started beating on them. What is there to be conflicted about?
They're trying.
You want to be on the good side, like. Because if Ruby Soho comes out and she pulls a Hogan at whatever fucking WCW pay-per-view, I'd be watching these Wrestle Bio videos. I won't be paying attention. Like, oh my gosh, she's the third man. Like,
Bash of the Beach 96.
Yeah, like who gives a shit if she wants to be with the freelancers? Like that's not a turn that I could see shocking people for real.
Well, what if they do that? Oh my God, what if they do that? They're gonna do that. No. Oh, did you think about that? They're definitely gonna do that. No, they're gonna do. This is what's gonna happen. They're gonna do some kind of stupid 6-woman tag.
It's gonna be shit. What if it's Sheeta as like the third man? Hashtag third man.
Oh, instead of the outsiders, it's the freelancers. Oh my God, he about to flip it. You know, he saw NXT flip the barbershop window. He said, "Yeah, let me do
my
that.
Turn.
My turn." I'm gonna do the NWO. They do the spray painting everything. I don't know why I just thought about that. Like, that should have been hit me. Like, they do the spray. They literally do NWO Junior.
You not paying attention to these wrestler bios, bruh.
FemWO. You feel me?
FemWO is crazy.
FemWO is awesome. So that's man,
terrible. But yeah, this main event stunk.
They're definitely gonna do that Revolution. They're gonna have someone turn and be the third man or third woman in this case.
What's gonna be?
Are there any like free agent women that they could sign?
Shit. Like, why do they need to sign more people for?
So they have a third man.
Like, damn, what is it? They got Athena on ROH. She former WWE.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say it has to be an outsider. So yeah, they could do Athena.
Like, what is it? Goddamn, what's her face? Nyla Rose not doing shit.
Well, she's not an outsider.
I know, but like, put her in anyway. Fuck it.
See, we work with Hogan because Hogan was an outsider.
Well, what is it? Ruby Soho's not an original.
They try to cover that up with like, well, she's been kind of original. She's been here for most of the time.
Like, this feud is so fucking stupid, dog. Next topic. We get Adam Cole speaking, and he just says, "Man, it's a good day to be alive." And I said, "What's the point of this?"
My man, happy to be here.
I'm like, whatever, bruh. What a fucking loser. Quick hits.
Oh damn! What Adam Cole did to you?
Be a goddamn cornball, bruh.
Nah,
we got the Blackpool Combat Club. They defeat Roosh and Preston Vance. That's the first name, right?
Yeah.
I blinked and then I saw this motherfucker leaking, and I said, "Yep."
No, I saw Preston Vance leaking first, and then John Moxley, which I was like,
Oh,
wow.
yeah. I was just like, man, y'all bleeding a lot for this nothing ass match.
For a nothing. That's the crazy part. This match had no stakes. The feud started last week. You want to hear a crazy stat? It is February 15th. This is only the second time Claudio has wrestled on TV this year.
I don't got
and the first time was Friday. So for the first 6 weeks of this year, that man had been non-existent.
I don't got that's a future world champion.
He's already a world champion.
I'm just saying that's a future world champion for a real belt.
Yeah. But yeah, this match was a nothing match, blood for no reason. This might be the most no reason match, bloody match I've ever seen. Like, I know we've harped on it. It's damn near a meme at this point, but like, when you do blood, just do blood. When you do blood any other time, it just doesn't feel important. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Waters it down.
Like, say for example, because less is more. You know what? I always use the example of, like, I know people want like intergender wrestling in WWE or whatever, but if you had intergender wrestling, that moment when Baron Corbin hit
Becky Lynch with
yeah, that was a moment because it doesn't happen because less is more. You know what I mean? Like, the Hell in a Cell used to be a special thing before they had a yearly pay-per-view because, like, you only saw it once every like 2 years when it's like shit got real. And I don't know. It's just like, if you just then the Hell in a Cell became diluted over years because we just see it twice a year, 3 times a year on the same show.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So when I see John Moxley bleed every match, I'm like, who cares? Like, so when Takeshi was bleeding last week, it would have hit differently if I didn't see Moxley bleed every single week for the last 6 months.
It would look well, I probably still wouldn't care because this about you watched them gig during the fucking hard cam.
that too.
Like, how the fuck y'all motherfuckers bleed so much, but y'all don't know how to blade, bruh.
And I'm not even one of those like no one should be bleeding type of people. Like, if you want to bleed, that's fine. But it's just like, this seems kind of
make it matter.
Yeah, make it matter. Like, come on. Like, I don't know. I guess I mean, he won Wrestler of the Year. People voted for this guy to be Wrestler of the Year last year, so I guess they like it.
Okay. Oh my god. I thought I accidentally like erased the whole doc. Mark Briscoe defeat Josh Woods. Who the fuck is Josh Woods?
He's a I feel like we had this discussion before. He's a Ring of Honor guy.
Okay.
He's been teamed with Tony Nese a lot for a while. I believe Justin said he was an Impact. I haven't watched Impact in like 10 years, so I couldn't tell you. But yeah, man, Josh Woods. He seems okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nothing like to write home about, but he didn't seem terrible. I don't know how long he's been wrestling for. I think he used to be an MMA guy.
Mark Briscoe had this match and he beat him. So that's all I can really say.
Yeah, I don't really know what the plans are with Mark Briscoe or those tag team championships.
It seems like it's gonna I don't know what's in store, but I could definitely see the Death Triangle versus that fucking faction on like Rampage or some shit.
Yeah. Also, I just looked up Josh Woods. He was actually signed to NXT at one point from 2014 to 2016. Yeah, I think he only appeared in 2 battle royales. He did a couple of house shows. You probably saw him at one of the little coconut house shows. He wrestled No Way Jose at one point. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Then he went to Ring of Honor.
They saw something. And I think I'm seeing. I think I see what they seeing. Ooh, that's bad. Okay. Jungle Boy and Brian Cage have a match. Why?
They're trying to build up Jungle Boy for some kind of
for Christian
single side. Oh yeah, Christian. But also I think they would have start building him up for some kind of single title. I could see him and like Orange Cassidy having a match soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or Joe. Or Joe.
That face versus face, boy.
Yeah. I wouldn't be mad at him versus Joe if he took the belt off of Joe.
Motherfucker, I would be.
Well, no,
Joe
that's for
shouldn't
Wardlow.
really-
I take that back.
Joe-
Wardlow should be Joe.
Joe
I guess
shouldn't really have it, but I'd be fucking
Yeah.
devastated. If
No, you know
Joe
what? You're right. It's supposed to be
take
Joe
it.
Wardlow. So, yeah, I guess I can see. Because Orange Cassidy didn't seem like he had any plans for Revolution. So I have no idea who Orange Cassidy's gonna wrestle at Revolution.
I don't care to be real.
Rouge.
Oh God.
Hey, I
I
turned around on Rouge last week. I'm all in. I'm fucking with him. So
was fucking with it, and then I got out after this week.
I'm back. I'm not blaming it. I'm not putting that on him. This match was just a nothing match. I put this on Tony Khan.
Every match
That one's
that
on
he's a part of is a nothing match. So yeah.
No, last week had some stakes.
I guess not for him, but whatever.
He would have got a bag.
I don't give a fuck. What else happened on the show? We get Hangman Page defeating Kip Sabian. How is this motherfucker still getting paid? I have no idea.
I tweeted this last week, man. I've never cared less about a wrestler like I've cared less about Kip Sabian. I do not care.
What is it? Somebody in the chat asked, man, who's the WWE equivalent of Jungle Boy? And I said Mustafa Ali, but that's not true. I definitely think Mustafa Ali is a Kip Sabian, bruh. No gold, nothing interesting, and just there.
Just there.
I
believe. You know what's sad about Mustafa Ali? I believed in that guy. I thought he had something.
Yeah.
He don't, man. He don't got it.
I
think even if he left and went to AEW, I don't think he would have got over in AEW either. I don't think he might have because of he can do like flips and shit. But
who doesn't do flippy shit over there?
Yeah. Also, just know that Mark Briscoe has got the All Elite graphic, so he's officially signed.
Okay. What they're gonna do? Like, I'm genuinely not that I really care what happens to the ROH belts, but I'm really wondering how they handle that.
They'll probably I think they're gonna, like I said, probably retire that iteration of the belt and just make a new one. They'll have like a Jay Briscoe Memorial Tournament, and then they'll just crown new tag champs. Like a different belt design. I think that's what I think they should do for their WrestleMania weekend show. Make the whole show like a Jay Briscoe Memorial tag tournament.
Yeah, that'd be nice, honestly.
Give me the book.
Motherfucker, we could all have that book.
Give me the book.
What else? Moxley comes out, tells Hangman Page, "You're not getting a rematch." And I said, this is where they scheduled the rematch. That's pretty much it. Like, I don't really care about the Dark Order coming out to his
my God. They came out the fucking crickets, bro. Like, do you remember the pops they were getting just like 6 months ago?
Yeah.
That shit is gone. I said 3 months ago they should have just broke the group up. I don't know why they haven't yet. Evil Uno got zero reaction after someone said, "Yeah, the air conditioner in the arena."
That motherfucker slapped John Moxley, and Moxley laughed at him, bro.
Moxley didn't even care. It's okay.
That shit was too funny, bro.
That shit was a shame.
And he slapped him, laughed at him, and then looked over him to tell Hangman Page, "Yeah, I'm gonna whoop your ass."
Yo, if Moxley don't squash him in 3 minutes next week,
no, he's gonna bleed and all.
He's gonna bleed. It's gonna take 15 minutes.
What is
for
it?
No fucking reason.
Yeah. Evil Uno. Evil Uno is gonna have this fucking valid, this amazing performance, quote unquote, where he really like puts the beats on Moxley for whatever fucking reason.
If it wasn't for John Silver, he's literally the only like redeeming thing of
I don't even care. I don't even care about
Dark Order
John
at this
Silver.
point.
To be real with you.
Yeah, like not even Alex Reynolds and his glue-on beard. His beard looks so weird, bro. Dog, it doesn't look real.
Nah, like what did I say when they signed Claudio, man? I was just like, John Silver is cool for to being like the bald stamina monster. And then they signed Claudio, and I was just like, well, your gimmick is over. And it's also funny because neither of them are on TV. if they had a Claudio versus John Silver match, just fucking some Mugen type shit. Like this shit is fucking ridiculous. Like
Also, yeah, I don't know. That's another thing. I don't know why they stopped putting John Silver on TV. He was very over.
he's just a fucking
You know what's crazy? As much as we've given Vince shit over the years for over people just not being on TV.
Mm-hmm.
TK and low key be having a little history of like doing the same thing. He did it with FTR. He did it with John Silver. He did it some other times where like people are like organically getting over and just not putting them on TV, like actually taking them off TV for long periods of time. Wardlow, well, at least Wardlow's case he was injured, but still, Wardlow.
Yeah, Wardlow also has like a sit down talk. I couldn't tell you anything of importance that he said.
No, I think I'm making like popcorn or something.
And then the Elite, they're gonna have a match again against AR Fox and Top Flight at AEW Slam Dunk. And I was just like, that's what is it? I believe that shit's happening. I think they were talking about like happening during the All-Star game or like All-Star coverage.
So since it's on TNT, it's gonna be right before All-Star weekend coverage. So it's like a little tie-in. But if it's Friday, that means it's like the celebrity game and like fucking it's like the celebrity game, like the skills challenge.
No, so not the fun stuff.
Yeah. Skills challenge can be fun sometimes. But yeah, no, nothing really exciting.
I felt with the dunk contest.
All-Star weekend. I haven't fucked with dunk contest since Levine and Aaron Gordon. But yeah, man. All-Star weekend, it ain't what it used to be. Mm-hmm. Like AEW. It ain't what it used to be. But shout out to
what was it before?
I don't know. Somewhat exciting.
Can't say that.
Shout out to AR Fox. That's the CT bias.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure the match will be good.
Of course.
I'm sure it'll be cool. They'll probably show out. But also, that's my other question. I really, really hope on Friday that the House of Black come out and fight the Elite. Because what are we doing with the Elite? But the Elite don't even have planned for the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm. They was running down the pay-per-view matches on the show. And in Excalibur's quick voice. All that shit sounds terrible, say. Not gonna count.
Well, the current card so far, the 4 matches officially announced. The Iron Man match, the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Championship match, Moxley versus Hangman, a Texas Death Match, and then Samoa Joe versus Wardlow. That's what we got so far. Assuming we get Christian, Jungle Boy, Jade Red Velvet, maybe. Saraya versus Jamie, which is a rumor going around.
That's not, like that shit sound fun to you, bro?
That card did not. And you know what makes it worse? It's compounded with a 60-minute Iron Man match to make it even worse. You know what I mean? I got to keep looking at that 60-minute Iron Man like, Jesus Christ, it's gonna be the longest night.
I know that it's really bad when none of my like friends that like really liked AEW or like really like AEW can't even like pretend that they care right now.
It's hard. They are really cold right now.
Like,
I really hope it turns around, but I'm concerned right now.
I do have some friends that are just like, it's more wrestling content, so like it's all good with me. But like right now, they're just like, I don't really care. It's shit kind of ass, and it is. Let's get into NXT, man. I forgot to fill out the docket, but I have the WWE article pulled up. I was supposed to do it at work, and then I left work early, and I left my laptop there.
You got one job. That's all right. Yeah.
We start the show with Grayson Waller versus Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate fighting for the honor of the Heartbreak Kid.
Get off your fucking knees. Be your own man.
That boy owe everything to Sean. Boy.
Your own fucking man.
Tyler Bate wins, which is that's good. Grayson Waller antagonizes Sean after calls him a stooge.
They said that man went corporate. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Not Mr. DX.
Yeah, right. And then he cut another like promo on Twitter or whatever, and I thought that was really cool as well. But how long till he mentions Shawn Michaels' eye?
You think he's sensitive about that?
No. Well, like maybe if you like brought up a casual conversation, but if you used it for he'd be like, got me.
I don't know. If there was like, if you were a wrestler, what would be like, you know how like they used to say Hulk Hogan and like people talking about him being bald? What would be your like, okay, you can't talk about that? Like, obviously nothing too serious, but like, what would be like, yo, don't talk about that on TV, bro. Don't disrespect me.
So if I was a wrestler, I probably, I'm not gonna wrestle in a t-shirt. So I live in Miami where it's fucking hot. So my body is like unevenly tanned. If you brought that up, dog, I'd kill myself. But niggas say I got skin like Piccolo, bruh. Like it's a whole bunch of different colors at the top and the different at the bottom, dog. I swallowed the microphone in the ring, bruh.
I'm trying to think of what I'd be like insecure about. Yo, you can't do it. Like, you can't do it promo about that, bro. I'm trying to think. It'll hit me later on. I can't think of one right now, but that's really funny
as shit, though. I don't. People are thinking like, you know, most likely somebody's gonna fight on Sean's behalf.
What if it's Sean?
Mods, crush his skull.
What if it's Sean? What I mean, he might still be in decent shape enough to have a match with Grayson Waller. He don't got to do much.
Nah.
Does he want his last match to be that bullshit in Saudi Arabia, or he had his last match with Grayson Waller?
That bullshit in Saudi Arabia because they paid a fucking lot.
So what? This is his baby. You know what I mean?
Shit, you could take care of the baby without fighting him.
I don't know, man. Because we already had somebody fight for Shawn Michaels and win. So, like, what do we do now? You know what I mean?
You know what? That is true. Like, Tyler Bate, like, won.
He already won. So,
yeah, like, maybe Grayson should have won that match.
So, like, I don't even know where. I mean, I'm very interested to see where this leads to. As far as Grayson Waller, what he's gonna do at Stand and Deliver, and what does Shawn Michaels have to do with it? And does this mean Shawn Michaels going forward? I mean, Shawn Michaels already is kind of an on-screen character, but will he be more involved on screen going forward, or just like a one-time thing? Because this is how Mr. McMahon started. It started off a little one-time thing and then blossomed into something else. I hope not. I'm very much over authority figures on TV. I think Adam Pearce is fine in the role he's in currently.
I'm over authority figures trying to fuck over people. Like if the authority figure wants to make stuff right, I'd be like, okay, that's good.
What they're supposed to do. I think that's the crazy part. We were like, because Vince McMahon works so well, they kept trying to repeat it, even though really the best, general manager or commissioner was like the guys who try to make shit right, like Jack Tunney. Like we always saw Jack Tunney when like shit got real. Like when like Jack Tunney got involved. Oh, okay. We got to fix this real quick. You know what I mean? They'll be like Foley when he was commissioner.
The crooked GM or the crooked booker, like that's just not fun.
And I'm happy they both companies kind of stayed away from that so far for them. I mean, we had to deal with the authority for like 5 years. That was rough. Oh my god.
That's so glad that they disbanded that. Seeing Stephanie McMahon and what is it? Triple H every fucking week was
and then Kane. We had to do corporate Kane main eventing every episode of fucking Raw and SmackDown. Ugh. Old ass Kane.
So yeah, shit's crazy. Next, we get Tiffany Stratton defeats Thea Hale. Thea Hale is still traumatized, a little shaken up from getting kidnapped last week.
That tweet by Ava Rain was really funny. Did you see that tweet?
Yeah, where she said she's eating unseasoned buttered chicken or some shit out of a bag.
It was a grilled chicken out of a bag. But the smile on T Hale's face though while she's eating that chicken makes it so much more funny.
That's a college student diet, bruh. Chasing
say some grilled chicken breast in the bag. That's how I know I'll never get dedicated to being swole, because I'm not eating grilled chicken unseasoned like that from a bag. I can't do that.
No, what is it? My favorite thing about college right now is that motherfucker on TikTok. His cafeteria serves like chicken every Wednesday, like fried chicken.
Yeah.
And he keeps making TikToks about it, and he's just like, the white man size is amazing. I love that
Man,
nigga's
that's so
face
funny.
so much, bro. But this match is really good. I think both these women are really great. So that's all I can really say about that.
Of course, it's very goofy Ava Reigns. Yo, she work. I just want to know, is she gonna work? What are we doing?
She might wrestle Thea Hale.
I hope so.
Jeez, yeah. I'm very curious where Tiffany Stratton goes. Hopefully she goes somewhere upwards. Also, when the fuck is the Dusty Cup happening? It usually start by now.
Maybe they're waiting for Cody to win the belt, and then they're gonna have him come down and like announce it or something.
Oh yeah, we did talk about that last week, but I'm just like, damn, hurry the fuck up. Like, I'm looking at the tag team division. I'm just like, yikes. And
a lot of tag teams standing around doing nothing, and Gallus is still at the bar playing pool. They've been playing pool for 3 weeks.
Yeah, like I need them niggas to lose it the first title defense. Like, this shit is ridiculous. And like, well, like maybe second because Pretty Deadly they don't need those belts back, bro. Like
they're turning Pretty Deadly babyface. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, no, they're super like Gallus can't be a face, bro.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time.
So yeah, whatever. NXT will figure it out. But we're on our road to the roadblock. 2 days after Revolution. It's like March 7th.
Counter programming. Feel me?
2 days later.
Yeah.
We get Damian Kemp versus Axiom in a really good match. I forgot that Damian Kemp even like did that to Axiom, but I'm glad that he did because this match is really good. Axiom is really great and Damian Kemp is really, really good.
What did I give that rating?
Probably gave that shit like a 3.25.
I want to see what I did. I probably did.
Bet.
That sounds about right. I gave it 2.75. That was just fine.
0.75?
Yeah, that was just fine.
But everything on Dynamite got a 3?
Not everything.
That's crazy, bro.
I gave the opener a 2.75.
That's crazy, bro. That women's main event got a 3, bro. How the fuck?
I did give it 3. But like I said, I would barely pay attention.
And it got a 3? Get that shit a 0 right
now. How long even was that match? Hold on, let me even see.
Oh,
that's probably why I gave it 2.75.
Now he's trying to justify it. Nah, bro,
nigga, it's my spreadsheet. I'm not supposed to justify it.
Give that shit a 0 now.
Where is NXT? Look, I can't find it.
Fucking crazy. I'm looking at the rating right now. Yeah, you gave it 2.75. I'm so sick.
That shit was 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. The fuck what we do with that?
It's much better than whatever the fucking 8 minutes that the women gave us. That's crazy, bro.
I think 2.75 is fine for a 3.5 minute match.
This nigga full of shit, boy. But you could put on 8 minutes of ass and get a 3. That's crazy.
Yeah, there's more story to it. It's a little story. You act like a 3 is like a standout match. 3 is in the middle.
That shit crazy, bro. Anyways, we get Wesley defeated Von Wagner, and Von Wagner, who had an amazing match with Dijak not too long ago, and it's
Dijak though.
Well, shit, I'm
Dijak's the common denominator here.
I'm not gonna say that fucking Dijak carried Von Wagner there.
Yes, he did.
No, he did not. Von Wagner definitely killed.
I can tell you, Dijak had never had a bad match. It's because of Dijak. He had a great match with Wesley. He had a great match with Von Wagner. You put him in there with fucking big body Hobby having a 4-star match.
Okay, so those two. So Dijak gave these two dudes a great match, and then they decided to have a good match together without Dijak. So how do you make that make sense?
I gave it a 3.
That's crazy. Von Wagner did an amazing job. Wesley also was really good in the match as well. I currently don't like what they're doing with Von Wagner and Robert Stone. I talked about it with Justin not too long ago, and it seems like they're trying to turn Von face.
Yeah, they're trying to give him the sympathy loser. It only works for certain people. I've only seen the loser gimmick get over like 4 times ever, and Sami Zayn might do it this week, but he might be the other one. But besides that, it's like Mick Foley, and Mikey Whipwreck. That's it.
How I would fix this is get rid of Robert Stone. He has to go. He's not doing anything for Von Wagner.
I mean, give him something. I mean, what else? If you don't have Robert Stone, what else does Von Wagner have?
Come Tuesday.
I'm mad that's canon now in NXT lore.
Yeah.
Come Tuesday.
People are gonna Google that GIF and then see.
Look what the internet did.
Tuesday.
Look what the internet did, man.
Fucking nuts. Yeah. Hank Walker finally got some gear, but
it took you know it's so funny. It took me a while to like get used to it. I'm looking at it like this don't look right. It grew on me.
it don't look right. And then I think it's very funny that the person that gave him the boots to wear out into the ring, I doubt they're the real same size for real.
Yeah, I highly doubt they have the same size feet.
And then he turned his back on him.
Yeah, you went out of your way to give him those boots, and you just turn your back on him afterwards.
I feel like it was just like, nah, man, I gave you your boots, and then he lost, and he was just like, that boy said, I'm so sick of black people, and then walked away.
That's like when you're playing Overwatch, your character just ain't working. You gotta switch the character real quick. You gotta do a counter pick. He did a counter pick. That's all. The other team had a Pharah. He had to go hit scan. So
I never let the counter shit break me, bro. I'm Symmetra. You switch to Winston. We just gonna duke it out, nigga.
You can get worked. It worked.
Shit. The amount of Winstons I've killed, bro. These niggas ass for real.
Niggas know how to work. Niggas know how to play Winston. He's hard to play.
All they do is jump, bubble. That's all them niggas do. Yeah, I honestly, this feud right now, I thought adding Gulak to NXT was gonna be really cool. Really great. I thought Charles Dempsey was going to be like a really cool addition. I don't care about this shit at all.
Yeah. I don't know how they feel about Charlie Dempsey. It seems like he don't really be working long matches. Like every match he's had has been like 90 seconds long.
Everybody's just like, man, I'm so ready for this kid to blah, 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 this and that. And I'm just like, I mean, I guess like I don't see the hype, bro. He's losing me.
Guess what his cage match rating is. This one, they've been gassing, dude. Just take a guess where you think his rating is in cage match.
Like a 8.3 or some shit.
It's 8.44. That is insane.
Oh, I'm so close. Fuck.
What had this man done to give him an 8.44 out of 10?
Come out of Regal's nutsack. That's what Regal's kid.
That's crazy.
All it is. Nah, he losing me. Like I need him to like kind of do work with somebody entirely different. Like
niggas giving him a 10.
I don't even think that like Hank Walker is getting better in this. Like
I think they're giving him something to work with. I'm not. Yeah, I think people.
I think people
like Hank Walker. So
like I know it's on the job training. Like that's for damn sure. Like that's fine. But like, what the fuck is this?
I don't know. Maybe it's just not for us, but it seems like people are connecting with him.
He the everyman?
Yeah, he's the everyman. I don't think this one's for us. You know what I mean? We can't relate. Bro? We can't relate to this one. This is for them. This is for them. You know what I mean? You know who they.
You gonna pull your jacket, reveal the DJ Khaled shirt?
No, I'm gonna say DJ Khaled.
The day with the fucking.
But that makes them sound like the enemy. They're not the enemy. So.
Oh my god, that shirt is too fucking funny.
What's funnier, the DJ Khaled they shirt or the Nas nigger shirt?
It has to be the Nas nigger shirt because
dog. He wore
matching.
He wore that to the Grammys, dog. Him and Cleese had matching nigger shirts at the.
sorry for the white people that probably listening to this on speaker, but that shirt is hilarious.
Oh man.
Next thing that we got going on, so we can wrap up NXT, man. We got Roxanne Perez and Meiko Satomura defeating Casey Square, and I like that Casey Square pulled up on him. It was just like, we was kind of wilding last week.
My fault, OG.
Oh wow! And then Roxanne said, "Oh, so y'all don't want this work?" Oh my god, that shit was so stupid.
Oh wow! I don't know where they're going with those two. I don't know. Did they just like cancel the heel turn? Or was that like what did that mean?
Yeah, definitely a cancel. That has to be like a cancel.
What was that? That was so weird.
The fucking Roxanne called they saw Meiko. They saw that fake ass video of them taking Meiko from the airport. And they said, damn, we need to start acting right.
Saw the clip. Oh shit.
Yeah.
She really here.
Really good match. Although
Yeah, I enjoyed
that,
this.
you know, however we feel about KC Square and stuff like that, like, you know, just 4 amazing wrestlers in this match. And they tore the house down. After the match, Mako said, you know, came all the way here. I got my visa in check. You know, I'm not trying to really go back to the crib right now. Maybe I just said for you, man, you need to scratch my back, man. Roxanne said, you want to get work? Mako said, I'll see you at Roadblock.
You
So
feel me?
that should be fun.
I thought they were going to do that for stand and deliver, but I guess not. I don't know who her stand and deliver opponent is going to be. Is it going to be Tiffany? Are they going to do it? I feel like Tiffany has to win, right?
Yeah. They could do JC. They could do
JC.
I know you're gonna
for their big pay-per-view though. JC,
yes.
I guess.
JC's the biggest heel right now.
Yeah, I guess so.
Names that I would throw out right now, like, luckily there are a lot of like, well,
they could go main roster.
Yeah, they can, but I can only count like I say there's like a lot of challenges, but I can't even like list 5, but like still that's like a lot.
Yeah, that I would care about. I can maybe list 3.
Like JC, the biggest heel that they got going on. Tiffany, an up and coming heel that they can really get you know, fired up and going.
Who else?
I know you're gonna throw up, but they can throw Indy in there, but she's probably not gonna win her match against JC next week.
Bro, if I'm trying to do an arena show, I'm not putting Indy versus Roxanne as my fucking arena's ticket seller.
People like Indy, okay? You're the only weird nigga that don't like Indy, bro.
I'm not buying tickets to go see Indy Hartwell. I'm sorry.
Well, shit, you wasn't gonna go. You ain't going to LA anyway.
I'm not. You're right.
I'm gonna actually try to. I'm gonna try to go to Stand and Deliver. So
it only made 12 in the afternoon.
Shit, I'll be there. What is it? I wish I went to the last Stand and Deliver, but everybody was just like, I don't know, like we have to go to this arena and then like go to. Like,
yeah, it wasn't like it was like a truck, like a
yeah,
a real.
But like
trek to get there.
But like the time that we spent waiting outside of the arena before they like started letting people in.
Yeah.
We probably could have like, you know, we could have just been in traffic. Like, what do we the only thing that we would have missed is DJ Valentino Khan's DJ set.
You going crazy?
A dog. That nigga was going nuts. After we record this, ask the chat about Valentino Khan at Mania, bruh.
We're going crazy.
What is it? He did some flip. Talk to A+ about it. That nigga will go on. No, he flipped some shit with the DX team. Had the whole arena going, oh, okay. Real loud, bro.
That's fire.
Yeah, that nigga go. That boy went hard. Quick hits, other things. Pretty Deadly.
JC.
Pretty Deadly. They have their little thing going on with Gallus. They were playing pool and then they got their ass smoked. It seems like they're gonna. You remember when the Street Profits and
the Viking Raiders?
Yeah, they were just having like skill challenges or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna do that till they decide to just have the match at Roadblock.
I guess.
Fallon Henley doesn't know how to mind her own fucking business.
Oh, that was the whole thread through the episode. I forgot about that.
She ruined Brooks's date with Kiana James, saying that that is so crazy that like the first thing you do on the first that they have is she's cheating on you. Like the first like
were they ain't together yet, dog?
Like, that's your first thought, bro.
What are you doing?
Also, I love NXT explaining the 90-10.
Yo, I thought we were finally out of the Disney Channel original movie series, but now we're just on the sequel now.
This shit, I love it. I like this shit a lot more than I like the Indy Hartwell, Persia Parada, and all that other bullshit.
Yeah, that shit was just this is like fest. Wholesome, kind of just funny, like goofy Disney Channel. That shit was just like horny overload.
Yeah,
that gave NXT a bad reputation for a while. They were calling it the horny show because of them 4.
You remember when they were calling Raw the horny show over the go-go dancers at Raw Underground? Motherfuckers just hate women having fun, bro. And then what is it?
Shorty can't have fun.
And then what is it? Fallon Henley. Shit. Kiana James said, I got needs. I said, yo, this shit wild.
You wild girl.
And then Thea Hale ruined it. Turns out the person that she hung up on and who she said I love you to is her family, her brother.
But you know, what should we like? You had a whole week to dwell on that. You never thought maybe she's just talking to a family member. Like, or maybe no point.
Maybe you just mind your own fucking business.
Yeah, dude, mind your fucking business.
What if she is cheating, bro?
Well, mind your business. That's a guy though. That's different though. If she was cheating, but it seems like you're really jumping the gun there, Miss Fallon Henley. That seemed kind of unnecessary. I know you're skeptical, but damn, when you put two and two together.
Yeah, I thought that was really funny. And then her brother opens the door. Not sure if that's her shoot brother or not.
It might be.
I didn't get a good look. I wasn't looking at the screen when they showed him, but I heard his voice and I thought that was really funny. But and somebody in the chat said, "Who does white nigga?" And I said, "That might be her brother for real."
Not my black queen. No way.
JC Jane, she cuts a promo. She soaks in all the heat, but I felt like this promo went on a little too long.
Sure did.
And it didn't really, how would I say it, like gave her a direction. Is that fair to say? Like that's fair. She kind of just bragged about beating the shit out of Gigi, and then it was just like, oh, okay. And then I guess we're just
last toxic left.
Yeah, fire. And I guess like is going to be her and Gigi at Roadblock or Stand and Deliver. Who knows? If they do it at Stand and Deliver, I feel like it might overshadow whatever Roxanne is doing if it's not a main roster talent.
I have a feeling it might be a main roster talent.
Yeah. I think Roxanne Perez is good, so you know she won't be too hurt over being overshadowed by that like little blood feud thing. But like if they need to have like if they want to have 3 women matches on, they could have the tag team JCGG and then Roxanne versus Pending. So that should be good. Next we get Big Body Javi coming to ask Tatum Paxley to be his Valentine, and she said, "Nah, not really." Even though he most likely beat the duties down.
You feel me?
But I thought that was really cute that they had this segment, and then he asked Ivy Niles, and then she puts him in the finisher and said, "Ask me again." That's how the Diamond Mine get down. They choke their men.
A dude like me, you know what I mean? That would have had me hyped.
No,
like that little maneuver.
Wilding out. I'm cutting that.
Would have been feeling away.
I'm cutting that.
You know what I mean?
Sol Ruka talks about just getting better. Yeah, that's about it.
I don't care about that stuff, man. Can we talk about Bron?
No. We get Apollo Crews saying that he's gonna get paid back against Baba Gato, and I was just like, two boring ass niggas are about to go at it. Have fun. Care. Oh my lord. I like Apollo was like, this is a fall. Like, oh my god, such a fall from grace. Like, why are we trying to make Baba Kato work again? Like,
I mean, they paying him. They paying a dude for a year to sit around and do nothing. So
they could not pay them and recoup their money. Look at you. Shit. What? I'm middle management. That's how I really feel.
That's nasty.
We don't need no motherfuckers that can't work now.
Anyway,
Ilya Dragunov.
Oh my god, Dragunov.
Ilya Dragunov. And Trick Williams has a little segment. Trick Williams was kind of talking that shit. I'm not gonna lie, but the funniest part of this segment is Trick punching Ilya Dragunov, and Ilya Dragunov ate that shit and gave him an insecurity. And then JD McDonough comes out with a goddamn tampon over his eye, and then Trick Williams got the upper hand, and then whatever. I do think it's really good that Trick is going to be getting reps against Dragunov. I think that's really good. And
look, man, if Dragunov can't get a good match out of Trick Williams, we have to have a dialogue
about Trick.
Yes, because Dragunov had never had a bad match. If he has a mid match against Trick Williams,
see, it can't work.
This might not be for him.
Time stick to Trick, and ain't easy, bro.
You'll have a lot more time for your YouTube show. Say that much.
Trick Williams goes up to Carmelo Hayes and be like, "Man, you saw what I did? I'm gonna get that motherfucker Ilya next week." And he used it. Carmelo Hayes is like, "For real, bro?"
I guess you say so.
That
You're a wild boy.
You sure? That was it. Oh, okay, bro. So I thought that was really funny. Now we could get to Bron Breakker and Jinder Mahal in such a puzzling segment that makes me go, they need to get out of that arena. They need to get out of that building.
Okay, so I'm kind of at two schools of thoughts with this, right? For one, yes, they need to get out of that arena because one of the reasons he got booed quick was because they see him every week. Two, Bron's been pretty uninteresting for the last 4 months.
I agree.
So I wasn't too shocked they started to boo him. It's not even like they were booing. I think the fact they were like going all out of their way to say he sucks, which is wild. Like, damn, they really turned on this guy. But and then the weird part, like they tried to lean into it with like I think Jinder might have called an audible. Like, hey, he was like,
yeah, he tried to lean into it, and then they didn't cheer. Like they were like flipping, like he was just like, "Oh, this is how the crowd's reacting. All right, let me flip it." And then the crowd like switched up, and I was just like,
"Yeah, it didn't care.
You guys are such pieces of shit. Oh my god."
I don't know. I want to fault the crowd, but also they haven't really given me any reason to care about Bron at this point. It's become stale. I personally thought he should have just lost the belt at fucking Vengeance Day. Honestly,
I think that the issue with Bron Breakker is that there's not much layers to him. There's not much depth to him. No. They tried to add some depth with the Joe Gacy feud, and then we got one of his worst title defenses out of that. And then the next match, he kind of just steamrolled Joe Gacy, and then like there was like a lot less mind games involved with that sort of stuff. So it was whatever. Bron doesn't really have any real adversity. Like he faced Walter and wasn't really struggling with that fact. I feel like JD was like a really good foil for him for a little bit, really brought it to him, but he won every time they came together. And then luckily he didn't have a win-on-one with Dragunov yet, right? No. That
just a triple that.
So like I'm pretty sure he would have beat Ilya too, and that would have been fucking nuts.
But I even with the good matches, it's still there's something missing.
No, I get what you're saying.
It's just not connecting. It's not connecting with me, and it clearly is not connecting with the
crowd,
the capital, the center, whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
They got to figure something out. I don't know. I wouldn't be opposed. It might be a little reactionary. I wouldn't be opposed to the double turn between Melo and Bron if they want to do that. Because I feel like regardless, Melo is probably going to get bigger cheers than Bron comes in to deliver. Mm-hmm. I just think he seems to be a cooler character at this point compared to Bron. So I mean, if they want to, you know what I mean, a little double turn, I wouldn't be mad at it. But I also would understand if they didn't, just because one crowd decided they wanted to, antagonize the guy.
The one crowd that they're like constantly in. But yeah, no, not playing to the ground in that regard. Like that's definitely excuse me.
But something needs to happen.
Yeah. They definitely need to shake up his character. I definitely think they need to go heel. Yeah, honestly, do a heel turn because that's probably the most interesting thing that he can do right now.
I sometimes do think that's lazy when people are just like, oh, just turn him heel when like a babyface gets boring. I think in this instance,
right, but like it's developmental. So like
in this instance, I'm like, yeah, you might just want to turn him heel because it's gonna be if they're gonna have him go against Carmelo, I just don't see how he's not gonna get booed versus Carmelo.
Yeah, people are kind of clamoring for this shit to like his reign kind of to end. Well, like I wouldn't say there's like a large majority that is just like, oh man, this like title reign sucks. Like this is like needs to end, but it's just like it is running a little bit of stale.
I think it's worse though.
What?
I don't even think it's a thing where like people want him to lose the belt. I don't think people care about Bron Breakker like that. Like I don't really see much talk about him on my timeline or just like on Reddit or anything like that. Mm-hmm. I don't see a lot of talk about him. It's hard. It is hard to gauge because of where they're located. They don't really go anywhere. But even like at Vengeance Day, I feel like his reaction wasn't as loud as it probably should have been.
Oh yeah.
It would definitely more so like 50-50 Waller, Bron. So I'm like, I don't know, man.
Hopefully HBK, Mr. Sean, Mr. Hickenbottom figures it out. But I don't know. I definitely don't think that Jinder Mahal is going to really get anything out of Bron Breakker. Like, it's probably the worst main roster talent to come down here. So like, whatever. I don't give a shit. And that's NXT. We'll be having Roadblock. That should be good. I think I'm gonna be in Texas at the end of the month. I think I'll be back. I'll be around to do predictions. I think I'll have to look at my flight again. Actually, no, I think I scheduled it around this, so I think I'll be leaving Thursday. Okay. So I think you would just have to need to edit the pod that day, or that week. Yeah, that's it for us. That is NXT and AEW. You can follow Quan at the Comeback Spot. You can follow Quan on Twitter at the Comeback Spot. You can follow me on Twitter at Cyrus on TWR. You can follow the A Show Network at the A Show RNC. You can follow us on Instagram at the A Show RNC as well. We're trying to grow our platform on there. You can also subscribe to us on Patreon, patreon.com/the A Show RNC. We have a lot of amazing content that you can listen to if you're a first-time subscriber. Try to do this without sneezing. Shows like Spot Callers, Legendary Run, The Evasion Diaries, The X8 Diaries, and Meals is clicking up the next diaries now. So that might come around summertime. You'll have a Spot Callers this week. I just have to find the show. I'll probably do something from BJW. Oh my God, I'm at my wit's end. I'm about to sneeze.
Let it out, big dog.
All right, I didn't sneeze while I was muting, but I just coughed a lot. Yeah, we have a lot of content and more content coming soon. Hope to see you guys next week. Oh my God, my eyes are killing me.